Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great today. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to manage resumable space allocation. Now, what is this resumable space allocation? A resumable statement enables you to suspend large operations instead of receiving an error. And then it gives you a chance to fix the problem while the operation is suspended, rather than starting all over again. Now, I'll give you a classical example. Let's say you have a table space of size 10 or 20 megabytes. That could be really small. And then you have a large amount of data to insert into any table that is residing in that. At the point of inserting the data, the table space might get filled up and then you still have data to be inserted. So normally what should happen is that the database should give you an error that you are out of space or the maximum extent has been reached or quota exceeded, and this will automatically prevent the operation from continuing. But then if you enable resumable by using the statement alter session enable resumable, that operation will not give you an error. Rather, it will suspend the operation from wherever it stopped and then give some time to fix that error and continue the operation and finish it up. I know this might sound somehow to you, but I guess maybe when we do the practice, you get to understand what I'm talking about. So without wasting further time, let's head over to the screen and then let me show you how this is done in real time. So because we've created this table space before, I'm going to drop the table space, including its content and data file. So we'll recreate it and use it for our practice, right? Okay, so let me execute the drop table space, including contents and data file. Okay, so table space has been dropped. So I want to recreate the table space so we can use it for our practice. Let me explain everything I've been trying to say. So for that, I'll execute the create table space statement. You should be familiar with this by now. So table space has been created. Now the next thing we want to do is to create a table and then insert data into that table. So I'll execute this create table statement. Table has been created successfully. And then as usual, I want to insert data into the table, about 700,000 records. Now for the records, the size of this table space we created is just 10 megabytes. So that's really small, okay? This is the scenario we want to try to paint. So let me insert this. You can see that we have an error. Now this is the first scenario. Normally, if you've not enabled the resumable, you face an error. You can see the error, unable to extend table tbs.admin.comp by 128 in table space. This is the error we are facing, okay, because the table space is really small. It means this operation did not complete and we received the error. So in this case, we won't be able to continue from where we stopped. Right? We'll have to drop the table or perhaps delete the records and then insert it again. And this is what we are trying to avoid. So if you select this, you select all from the table. Yes, it has data, but it wasn't complete. If you try to count rows, it was only 281,851 rows, whereas we wanted to insert 700,000 records. Okay? So what do we do at this point in time? We'll simply enable the resumable. So to do that, we'll execute the command alter session enable resumable. If we execute this, you can see that the session has been altered. Now we'll have to truncate that table. We can see that the table has been truncated. So again, we'll try to insert the 700 records. So for that, we'll execute this PLSQL code again. Now you'll observe that the script has been suspended. It's not terminated. We are not getting any error, but yet is not completing the task. So this is just a scenario to show you that the script can be suspended and then gives the DBA the time to fix up this issue, and you will see that this task will be completed. Now, by default, this script can be suspended for 7,200 seconds. That's approximately 2 hours. This is the default. However, you can alter the enable resumable timeout. That's the parameter to alter. You can alter that parameter to maybe 3,600, that's 1 hour, or maybe to another value of your choice. But bottom line is, right now we will not get any error. But as a DBA, you can actually see the error message. For you to be able to see that error message, open a new session as the DBA, okay? And then select all from DBA_resumable. That's the data dictionary to query. So if I execute this, like I have this session open now, you see the status suspended, right? And then you see the timeout is 7,200 seconds. Okay, you see the session ID, user ID that is trying to execute, everything. See the name of the user, okay? And then you see details of the query. You literally see everything here as a DBA. Now look at the error message. It says unable to extend table tbs pdb_admin.com 5 by 120. This was the same message that was displayed on our screen early. Now the difference is that it's no longer displayed and the operation is not stopped, but it notifies the DBA from this view. Okay, so what can the DBA do to fix this problem? Very simple. Is to alter the database and then increase the size of the data file, okay, or enable the auto extend as the case may be. Now, but before we do that, there's something I want us to see. It says select file name auto extensible from DBA_data files where table space name is equal to tbs trash. So let me execute this and then let's see. So you can see that this data file is not auto-extensible. You can see it's no, its value it's no. That's why we're having this issue. So for us to fix this right now, to enable our operations continue, the DBA will have to execute this statement. It says alter database data file, and then you specify the path and the name of the data file. Then use this clause auto-extend on max size unlimited. If I execute this query, you can see that the database has been altered, right? So if we go back to the other session, let's observe the operations will be completed now. Wow, you can see that the operation has been completed. PLSQL procedure successfully completed, okay? So let's go back to the admin session again. Now, if we execute this query that we executed earlier on, let me just clean this. You can see now that auto-extensible for the data file is on. That's why you see the value as yes. So again, I want to select all from DBA_resumable. You can see status is normal. And then what you will observe is that the error message has disappeared, right? Another thing you will observe is the fact that every output in that query will actually be cleaned after some minutes. So if we wait a bit, if we wait a little, we will not find any row selected if we run this query again. That means the error has finally cleared and there is no issue with the statement. So let me pause this video and then resume when everything is cleared. So if I execute this query, let's do a select count. You can see 700,000. This is the number of records we inserted in the table. So guys, this is how to manage resumable space allocation. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was interesting to you. If it was, please like it, share it widely, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss out whenever I upload another valuable content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.